Hello, my name is Dante Merrill, and today I'm going to be talking about flow. So you can see here I have a very easy setup for flow. I have a parent line that's had it record history enabled, and if I were to array this, I would end up with several lines like this, right above my base curve, and then if I flowed those onto my secondary curve, I could have something like this. And because I had record history enabled, if I change these lines, these will change, or if I extend this curve, they'll extend further along. But something I think is a little more interesting is over here. So you can see here that I have a series of lines and a sphere. And if I take a second to switch these over, if I flow those lines onto here, I end up with this kind of interesting line setup. And let's get rid of our sphere. And so these have had record history enabled, so if I change one of these points, it'll end up changing the whole thing. But something interesting you can do with this is if I turn off my top lines, I can actually end up rotating this about an axis and end up with something like this, which is just it rotated 90 degrees in 3D space. If I cut this in half, I can end up with this kind of bowl shape, and with the last one having been filled in by a surface. Then, if I put this in a stock, go into RhinoCam, I can end up with something super interesting. So let's get rid of our stock. So you can see here that I actually ended up cutting about 4.5 inches deep with a 2-inch tool. Normally this wouldn't work, but because I had this slightly decreasing size that sloped downwards like that, and then I ended up cutting out the middle section at the end, it allowed me to cut much deeper than I would have been able to otherwise. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, please be sure to let me know.